Hey guys, we're doing a Nirvana run here with Dirilla, Thakor, and BroFox. We're all pretty decent battle rating, so it should be good fun Nirvana. First up, take up scrolls, experience scrolls. Of course, that is not for anybody who is holding level, but on this high level, nobody should be holding up level anyways. But there are people who have actually maxed out their experience, so they're not getting any more benefit. But still, I always pop in an experience scroll. I don't care anymore what percentage it is, like is it 50%, 100% or whatever. I have been saving up those 100% experience scrolls for a while, and then I thought, like, why am I saving them up? I'm already quite high in my experience, not maxed out, but getting there, so no point in saving them up. So I'm now using them up without caring too much about it. So if you have a hoarder mentality like I do, sometimes hoarding is not that awesome, so you have to be kind of realistic with what you're using. I need to get a brutality rune in there. I like to go with brutality and healing. Blood rune I don't like to take because it does give, of course, additional damage, but in dungeons, if you're talking about mobs like here with these wind mobs, that you don't need to use blood rune. And if you're talking about bosses, then of course, let me just lower the sound a little bit. It's, I think, too loud for me. Yeah, and if you're talking about bosses that have like so much health that it doesn't even make any difference at all. So I have the 100% X scroll on me, so you see I'm getting a whole bunch of it, which is all fine. We're going fast through the mobs as usual. This new touch is pretty cool. You don't notice it too much. I like that, they don't make it so large. It's always nice to have little support things, like here when you have the names of people, and when they get hurt, you see their health going down, which is very, very useful. Because sometimes with the formation the way it is, it's not very clear. So we got BroFox here, 185,000 battle rating. We got Dirilla, 124. Let me quickly open that up. Okay, I'll do that a bit later. Actually, we can do that now. We can do a view on Dirilla. Archer, no medallion, but it's not tragic for this purpose. Just let's get that QTE done. 125,000 bell rating. Archer, pretty decent. And I'll show the other players as well, but they haven't talked, I think, or maybe they said hi or something. Nope, I don't have it in the chat. Maybe it's already cleared up. The evolved Amazon Cerberus is really nice. I think, like, graphics wise, I'd love to have that one. Nice 411,000 hit. Doing dungeons with strong players is just a big pleasure. And I remember when Nirvana was a lot of trouble, and I had so much tough time standing in the front. Now very rarely there is an issue, if at all. We got a Thakor who is doing the healing, and BroFox can also heal, of course, but everybody would prefer that he focuses on damage, because he is really strong. Now, also the thing with the bosses, I like to go to Sylph mode sometimes, even when the electricity resist is up, and the reason I do that is because I'm building up unstable voltage. That's that little thing over here. Increased damage by 5% per attack. So what I do is I cast this very simple thundering strike with, like, imagine if now he has higher resistance. So what I do is I spend some turns building up the unstable voltage and waiting for that resistance to get off. And then I hit him with my strong flash storm and the Delphic. So that's one strategy that you can use. Of course, if you do better timing and build up those things during the regular time and then activate your strong attacks during the low resistance, that would be ideal. So now there was a mistake, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I just ran out of a little bit of energy, so I couldn't cast my Delphic. That's because I'm focusing on commentating. Now that judgment is gonna be awesome. Let's have a look at it. Nice, 271. I really like Amazon. I was using Amazon on my mage account. He's now building up Hades for PvP. I'm gonna be using Hades, but Amazon I really like. You know, I learned to make use of its strengths, and it's really good. I like it a lot. So if you're playing a mage, especially if you're a free player, go for Amazon. It's really cool, and at some point in the future you can do the evolution like BroFox has done, and rule. The good thing with Amazon, why I like it, is because it does the debuff, which increases the damage that you do to the enemy by 10%. 10% is a lot. So and it lasts for 3 turns, which is really good. I always open up with that attack, and then I can do the Delphic, and I usually follow up every 3 turns with that attack, making sure that 10% is on the enemy all the time. So that's really good thing. I know that Amazon is a little bit unpredictable in terms of area, so you can't decide on which 1 or 2 enemies some of the skills will hit, and the AoE is not amazing in direct damage, or of course puts a kind of a bleeding effect, but it's a very pleasant sylph to play with. And for mages, you know, it can definitely serve as a Gaia replacement for world boss. Of course, if you have to build something from scratch, you as a mage, you wanna build up a Gaia for world boss only, or for dungeons as well, like player versus environment type of a thing, where you need to dish out that additional damage. But if you are a free player or not a very heavy casher, I still prefer to kind of advise people to go for investing into 1, maximum 2 sylphs, because, you know, if you average out, like let's say you take like 3-4, I know some people are like growing 3-4 different sylphs. Well, they're all gonna be weak compared to if you were to invest everything into 1. Now the 2 that I usually recommend is your main one and an Iris. And the Iris is of course for all those occasions where you need extra healing to support your team, or maybe you don't even have a mage at all. There are some situations like that, and you can definitely use Iris as a mage replacement. So I recommend everybody to have Iris. Of course, so of course free players have to take time to build it. You can't do it really fast, but I really recommend everybody to have an Iris. So with that said, I really think only like the heavy cashers should go for more than another sylph. So on my mage, for example, I have a lot of balance that I'm putting in there, and theoretically he can have 2 on top of Iris, but still I like to have 1, because you can really put everything in that 1 and make it really strong. And before I had Hades, I was working on Amazon, and I got my Amazon really strong and I really like it, so I'm using it as my world boss attack sylph. So on my mage gun I don't even do, I could build up Gaia from scratch, but I'm not bothering with it. Amazon is doing a good job. So that's a detour on Sylphs. We are here with our dear second mini boss, the King of the Beasts. Cut him down! Mr. Chicken over here. Alright, so I'm gonna go to Sylph mode. I'm not stressing too much. I used Brutality not because I really need it, but because I have a lot of them and he's gonna die before I use them. So actually now I'm not gonna use my strong attacks even though the Brutality is on. Brutality is giving 15% damage increase, but I wanna build it up bigger than 15%. It just didn't work out very well because he's not hitting me. I don't know where the unstable voltage went because I don't see it. Although he just hit me, it should be at least 5%. Look, you can always put your mouse on the points and see like and make sure that you don't run out of awakening points to do your Delphix. It's taking 500 points. So try to be on the safer side because they go down every 3 seconds, I think. So plan a little bit ahead and make sure you have enough points when you're casting your Delphic, because it is just a terrible experience to just have barely enough for it, and then you start casting it. You see the icon above your head and it stays there for like 10 seconds and then it's still not your turn, and then your energy goes down, and then the game checks again because now it's your turn, and it checks and says, oh, you don't have 500 points, boom, cancel Delphic, you lose your turn. Actually it's like you can even say you lose two turns, and then you have to start casting from scratch again. This one I keep highlighting. I really like a lot the Knight's Talent, which is giving this damage increase. I have it at plus 21% now, so it's way stronger than Delphic, but if you could combine it with Delphic, it's even more awesome. Although you cannot really plan it, you have to do Slasher. It's initiated from Slasher. For those who are not playing Knights, it's maybe curious to know. So basically, if you are a knight, you have a choice to do a like when you start, to do a slasher or to do an ultimate slasher. Now the ultimate slasher is going to hit harder, but the slasher is going to have that chance to give you that 21% damage increase. So you can choose one or the other, and it also of course depends on the health state of your opponents. So you always have that decision to make. We're going really smooth, 13 minutes, we're already at the final boss, but I'm just a bit afraid that my teammates are sleeping because it's after midnight already. It was already difficult to get this party working. There's generally so many things now to do in Wartune that people just don't have the time to do everything. So you have to start making choices like what to do and what not to do. And also, like, if you don't have a regular party team, you can easily spend a lot of time just looking for parties. So if you're an active player and you don't have a team, try to get into one, and if you don't find one, try to build one. And if you don't really have kind of strong leadership skills, that could also be like an opportunity for you to learn, because leadership skills are learnable. Like, some people maybe are like born to be great leaders, but it doesn't mean that everybody else cannot. Leadership is one of the areas where you can definitely learn it. Alright, I promised to have a look at BroFox quickly. 185,000 battle rating, really strong mage. And we got Thakor here at 123,000 battle rating. and the final boss here. So I got 145,000 health. That's a comfortable amount, definitely. So all the time and effort I invested in getting my health up definitely helped a lot. So if you're a knight who is you know, on his way on starting Nirvana runs, you definitely want to make sure you have like more than 120,000 health. I felt that at 120,000 is kind of like the breaking point, because the boss hits you at 100. You can reduce it with Apollo Shield, but I have noticed already several times in Nirvana runs that I put Apollo Shield if I'm in front, or if I'm in the back and another knight or another class is in front and we put Apollo Shield, the boss still does 100,000 damage. So I would say it's not entirely reliable, so just expect that you'll get 100,000 damage, and after the 100,000 you're still gonna get like this right now, like 11 and 12, so another 20,000 damage you could get. So that's why I say 120,000, because you want to be able to take that 100,000 hit, assume that your mage has messed up the healing, so that you can take one more hit before your mage wakes up and heals you, something of the sort. So you definitely want to have 120,000 at least, and then you can be comfortable in the front. Like, why is nobody there? Is restoration finally. I should have been in stealth mode by now, but I was talking and I forgot. Shall I try? Yeah, let's go now. Probably it's late already. I got Skype messages coming in, but I can't talk people. Okay, so now he's got increase on electrical resistance. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try, although I have the brutality on, I'm gonna try to drag it out so that my Delphic is done outside of the increased resistance over here, electro resist, and one more turn left. So next one, I have 1050 points. So next one, I can do Delphic. It is going to be 4 now, unstable voltage 4. He's going to hit me one more time, so that's 5. So that is 25% damage increase, which is more 10% more than brutality was. So you can definitely make good use of those things. And that's why a lot of people use Gaia for world boss, because of unstable voltage. Although Gaia and Amazon both give that increased, thank you guys, they both give that increased offense power, but Gaia is the one that has the unstable voltage. That's why mages build up a Gaia that they use only for world boss purposes. Alright, gonna get some rage now. For one moment I thought we're done, but I forgot there's one more turn. I'm gonna heal because nobody's healing me. Somebody heal me, like right now. So now goes the Apollo Shield. He's gonna hit me one more time, and it's gonna be the regular shield, and then it's gonna be 100,000 damage. There it is. But I already used up my heal rune. Normally I would have used it right here, but for a moment there I felt danger, so I used my heal rune beforehand. Anyhow, we survived. All is good. There is the scatter. Now I have the same situation here, increased electro resist, 2 turns left. I like to put my mouse on the icons because it tells you how many turns something is still got to go. So 1 turn means he's gonna do something else and is gonna go away like now after his attack. But I still have plenty of awakening points. So I'm not in a very big rush to do Delphic just yet. Maybe I can build up to 30%. So I'll do that. So that's 25. I put the Delphic, he's gonna hit me, so I make it 6, unstable 6, so that's 30% damage increase. Now I got the electro resist down, but my Delphic failed. Darn it. Talking is not easy at the same time as playing correctly. Anyhow, you guys got the idea. There is the second 100,000. So that second 100,000 now indicates, now it can indicate to me how strong the whole party is. If it hits before the last bar, you know that that's a good party. If it hits like now on you know, just as the last bar started, then I would say it's a pretty good party. But sometimes it hits like now, so when he's almost dead, then it's a really strong party. So now I said thank you at the correct timing, although I misspelled that. Friendship increases, 8.4 million experience. Nice. More legend stones. And bro was probably helping out. So that's it, you guys. I didn't get to show Thakor, I think, properly. So there he is. 120,000. It dropped because he probably has cards, so it was 124, I think, when we had a quick look inside the dungeon. So 120,000 mage, and of course myself, 130, almost 133,000 battle rating, which is amazing if I think about where I was when I started playing Wartune. I never thought that I would ever have battle rating like this. And you know, the vast majority of my playing Wartune, I was a complete free player. Then I started getting some gifts, and now I buy VIP and Spirit Covenant because I don't have time for standing in 2 hours cultivation or waiting for those cooldowns. Still, I don't put money to buy items and so forth. But yeah, I did an amazing progress with my knight. I really like him, and I know you guys do also. A lot of people are following my knight, and I hope all the advice and everything I gave with him, it has been really useful for everybody. I definitely got a lot of mails and comments, thank you notes on those things. So that's it, you guys, for now. That was Nirvana run. Good fun. We did it in 20 minutes about, which is good. It definitely can be faster. I heard even like 10-minute type of Nirvanas, which is very difficult to believe, but I guess if you put like something like a 200,000 battle rating party together, I guess they can grind through it like insane, and you can save some time by not picking up that extra, you know, top right crypt place for Daru or monsters, you know, to save on time. So that's it, you guys. Please remember to bookmark dollygames.com. That's my central site from where everything is linked off, so that's the only place you need to go, dollygames.com. And if you got any comments or questions, put it down in the comments. I know sometimes, or a lot of times, I'm late at answering things. That's because I'm really busy, so I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time. And yeah, that's it, you guys. So thanks for watching, and have a very nice day.